So the guys were out here yesterday and cleared trees, a quarter acre of trees for where we're going to build our house. And I'm going on to what will be the new driveway. Holy cow, it's really wide. We already got something's coming through here. We got some deer already coming through here. They're probably wondering what happened to their forest. Oh, it rained last night. This is all mushy and mucky. But here we go. This is where our house will eventually be. And I'm going to measure it and see if that's really a quarter of an acre. I think it needed these trees to come out, so I might have to talk to the guy because that doesn't look very wide right there. I'm going to have to measure that. And then you could see up ahead that that's the burn pile. And then I don't know that dirt pile next to it, what that is. Yeah, there's a lot of deer have been through here. So that's the burn pile. He told me next winter, when there's at least 4 inches of snow on the ground, get some diesel fuel and some old hay and shove it under there and kick back, and it'll take about 3 days for it to burn out. And then I'm not sure what that dirt pile is there for, but there must be a reason. So I'm not really understanding this because those trees are in the middle there. This pine, I didn't want any pines taken out, but that one might be, the top half might be dying. So I'm thinking and I think I wanted him to take that fallen tree out, but maybe he couldn't get back to it, and that's why he left it. That tree that's tipped over on the side there, that's half broken, that'll eventually fall off, I guess. So I'm gonna try and figure out, something doesn't look right about it. So I'm gonna measure it and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so there's about 10,890 square feet in a quarter acre. And I measured this, and parts of it, it's 140 wide. Parts of it are 40 feet wide, and parts of it are close to 100 feet wide, 90 some feet wide. So I think it's gonna work. It's not exactly, it's a little larger than a quarter of acre, maybe. But I think, sorry about that. I think it's gonna work, and I think we got this area right here. I think we level that out, and maybe we can put an RV in this area, and then the house would be built on this portion, because that little group of trees there that we have marked to keep, I think originally I wanted these trees out, but I didn't make it clear that this whole row of trees would come out. But I probably didn't make that clear to them, and I wasn't up here while they were doing it, so I didn't see it. But I think if we put the RV in there, and then this looks big enough to build the house on. Or should be anyway, big enough to build the house on. And I think it's gonna work. So now I just have a few tasks to do today. Namely, one, I need to find a trail cam that I put out in the spring when there was no shrubs grown, and it's right in here somewhere. probably straight out from this. So we're going to trudge through some of this and hopefully find the long lost trail cam. It's been, the battery's been dead on it for a couple weeks, and I tried coming in from the other side, but I was too far south and I wasn't able to see it, but it's still probably a little ways in. I'm going to try and find a here we go. This is where the deer are coming through. It's a little more open and a little less difficult to go through. So looking for the trail cam. I also picked up, so this one's just got AA batteries on it, and the batteries lasted months. So it must have been in an area that there aren't a lot of deer coming through. Well, I can see my Jeep parked over there. So it must be right around here somewhere. Because I can see my Jeep. So I'm almost to that clearing there. And that clearing's right there. And I remember it not being much far because I put it up when I marked those trees. We're not going to spend a lot of time looking for it because the battery's been dead and it must not have picked up much if the battery lasted, just the 8 AA's. If they lasted April, May, and it's June, they lasted 2 months, 3 months. Must not be in a very high traffic area if it can be there that long and not have the batteries go dead. But I picked up a couple solar panels because there's a few of these that we had batteries in that are literally, you put batteries in and they're dead within a week because the deer just hang out there. And I'm like, I'm not buying batteries for these trail cameras like this. So I picked up some $20 solar panels to plug into the trail cams. I got 3 of them and we're going to test them out because there's 3 that are in like almost dead sun most of the day. So that'll be, I'll be hooking those up in a minute. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'll look for it again. Oh, there it is. I was just literally about to give up. You know what they say? Success that people have, sometimes it's not the most talented or the best people for a job, it's the people that never give up. And so not giving up, I was about to give up, but not giving up found me my trail cam. So I'm going to remove this, then I'll go put some, I'll remove this one and then I'll go put some solar panels on a couple others. Okay, so this is the solar panel that I hooked up, and I've seen them where they're right above the camera, and this thing's got like at least 20 or 30 feet of cable that I just kind of wrapped and tied and put behind there. But I don't have a ladder to put it up super high, and it looks like there's woodpeckers. They're going to take this tree down soon probably because there's woodpeckers all the way up and down this thing. So this one might have to move at some point, but this camera is one, it's in the sun. It's not showing a ton of battery, having the fully powered, this thing is fully powered right now. Like I just charged it up and it's only showing 1 bar for the battery, but we'll see if it starts working, and that's all that really matters. But I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with all these cables. I've never done this before. So it just plugs in right in the back of the trail cam. And you got all these cables, and I'm looking at this thinking, I could tie that up, but either way, you're gonna have a cable that's kind of just hanging there. And they give you screws, these little like dinky screws that you're supposed to put in, but the screws were too small. I'm like, what do I got to peel all the bark off just to get it into the tree? So all I had were these are some roofing nails. So I put it on with roofing nails, which would probably, if something really tried, like we had one camera that a bear tried to, it looked like it was trying to eat it. If he did that here, he'd probably rip this whole thing off. So I don't know. I think I'm going to do this as a trial, on a trial basis with this camera. Maybe I'll put the other ones on. There's a few of the cameras we have that are just so active, and this is one of them. Although I haven't seen a bear on this one. I've seen bear on the other two, but then not this one. This one's a little bit further north, but not a whole lot. Oh, now it's showing two. Okay, now it's showing two. Maybe this thing's gonna work. I'm kind of waiting to see if it starts taking a picture of me here before I walk away. But this might work. I don't know if people have used these before and have a better idea, because that doesn't look safe to me. It sticks way out. It's facing the right direction. It's at the right angle, probably. I don't know. I just don't like all those cables there. It's working. All right, we can close this thing up. We can close that thing up and move on to the next one. Okay, this is what we call camera 3. I don't know, this one I feel a little better about, but I'm gonna almost have to get something to attach these like tight to the tree, these cables, because I don't feel that comfortable with it the way it is. Oh, and it's working. So we can close this up. And this is in the area here that I was thinking about building a cabin at. But this is an area that is heavily visited by deer, to a point where like putting just AA batteries in that camera, it doesn't even take a week and the batteries are dead, because they just sit here and they hang out here. So I'm kind of thinking that doing the cabin here would not be a good idea, just because, I mean, that would really, I mean, it's really an area that they really like to be at. All right, we got one more camera to do, and that's in the area that we see all the bear. And this is our camera 2, and this one faces north. The other two are facing south, so I just put it on the same side. So I put it up on the back side. This one I feel a little better about. It's a little higher. But this is the one that had the bear that tried to eat it. It looked like it was literally trying to eat it on the camera, on the footage. It might have just been clawing at it, but it looked like it was trying to eat it. So this is the area that we see the most bear in. This is an area that I want to clean up because it's got a lot of dead stuff. And I might even, oh, there's just so much though. I was going to say I might even do it today, but there's just too much. I'll need a chainsaw for that one. I will get to this area because it just has way too much dead stuff to do today. But this is one of the top areas that I wanted to keep looking nice, because this whole area back here, this is when I first saw this, and there were no leaves on the trees at the time when I saw it. When I first saw it, this area was kind of what really made me fall in love with this property the first time I ever saw it, because it's rolling and it was really nice looking even in the winter when there wasn't anything green here. But now looking at how much dead stuff is back here, I don't come back here very often, but I'm gonna have to make a point to come back here more. I don't even know, like, I've probably never even walked down here. Like where I'm walking right now, I probably have never even walked through here, because I don't remember this having, unless all these branches just are newly fallen, I don't remember ever even walking through here. But you can see there's a, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but there's game trail right there. And it looks like it branches off here. It tees and goes both directions. Right up here it looks like. No, that was just the way the leaves went. But I honestly don't think I've even been back here. It's really nice. Like, I could clear out all this. Look at all this dead stuff. This is going to be next on my list. Not today, but I'll do a video on clearing this out. This is going to be a full day project doing all this. But this is just, this whole area back here is just beautiful. Oh, you can see that's probably where they come through, where the bear are coming through. But it seems to me, at least as much as I can tell, that it's just the southern portion of our property that the bears, they're not even that frequent, but that you see them at all. I don't see bear scat anywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of trees down. This is on the list. The next time I do, there's deer. There's a lot of deer here, but I don't see bear scat. I haven't seen any. Now that doesn't mean I just haven't come across it, and it's, you know, it's there, I just haven't seen it. But yeah, this will be the next area I clear, because this whole area is just beautiful. Okay, well, those were me doing my chores for the day. Measuring that piece of property that just got cleared, that 1/4 acre, making sure that it looks like we can get our house in there. Checking on the trail cams, getting the footage, and putting these solar panels up. Finding that one trail cam, that I had to do. I had a few, I'm gonna clear some areas somewhere, and maybe I'll toss that into another video, but these are the kinds of things you do when you live in the woods. These are the fun projects you get to do. Yeah, this area is just, it's just beautiful, but there is so much dead stuff everywhere. I mean, look at all this, the whole area, everything is dead. We got a, yeah, I put markers down for so I don't ride the lawnmower over stumps. But this is beautiful. Where they cleared the land, I showed you that burn pile. And there's another one over by where the cabin used to be. There's another burn pile that I'm going to start hauling all this stuff to. And come this winter, we're going to have one heck of a bonfire, because the guy said the one's going to take about 3 days to burn out. And if I clear out all this stuff and keep piling it in the same spot, we're going to have some nice bonfires for a few days, a couple of them going. Anyway, if you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button and consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.